Okay, here we go. Okay, great. So our theme this week is balance. So there are all kinds of balance, right? There's balance when you stand on one leg or one knee, but that's physical balance, but there's also balance and harmony. When we live a balanced life, when we live in harmony with the earth, with others. And one of the things we learn in yoga philosophy is that we are all considered both male and female. Our sun side is our male side, our moon side is our female side, and the characteristics of the two are interconnected and can never be broken. And if they do, they can't survive. So we will do a sun salutation and a moon salutation, and hopefully, and throughout the class, we will have time for various physical balances. So let's begin by closing our eyes and coming inside. Focus on your breath. And as you begin to deepen your breath and lengthen your exhale, think about how your breath works in harmony. You breathe in new life, and you expel everything you no longer need. You dispel toxins, physical toxins, as well as mental ones. You can't have the inhale without the exhale. The two can't live without each other. With every deep inhale, think about this idea. With every exhale, as you're letting go, think again how your breath works in harmony, in balance. Return to your natural breath and slowly open your eyes to take in the light. Bring your hands alongside your hips, and we will warm up before we get to the sun and the moon. So walk your right hand away, left arm alongside left ear, and send your fingers to the right. Bend your right elbow. Make sure both hips are down on the mat. Push into the mat with your right hand, pushing you off the mat, bringing your arms up overhead and over to the other side. Sending your right fingers to the left. Let's do that again. Push off your left hand this time. Come through center with your arms, fingers pointing to the sky and over to the other side. Inhale to center, exhale. Inhale, both arms straight up. Inhale, and then exhale, bring your left hand to your right knee, your right arm supporting you behind you. Look over your right shoulder. Keep your spine long and tall. When you're empty of breath, maybe you can twist a little bit more. Bring both arms up alongside your ears. Inhale. Exhale through center to the other side. Right hand on left knee. Left arm supporting your back. Feel every angle of this twist. Your middle, your shoulders, your arms, your neck. Bring your arms up alongside your ears and we'll go to the other side. Again, lift your arms. Inhale, and then on an exhale, twist to the other side. Arms alongside your ears, twist back to center and release your arms. Send your legs straight out in front of you and shake them out. And rotate them. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Hands on your shins. On an inhale, you're going to bend your elbows, send your heart straight out in front of you. On an exhale, curl your spine back behind you, hanging off your arms. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now keep going at your own pace. Inhaling as your heart comes forward, exhaling as you come into your cat spine. And here too, notice every move you make and every point that changes shape. And then when you're next in cat, pause and come up to a neutral spine. Release your arms. All right. Send your legs straight out in front of you. Yeah. So we're going to come to Dandasana. Your hands are alongside your hips, fingers pointing forward, elbows behind you, toes to the sky. Leg muscles active. Inhale, your arms up above, bend your knees as you do that. Keep your heels where they are. Exhale, your hands to your heart, point and straighten your legs. Inhale, bend and flex. Exhale, point and straighten. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Once more, inhale. So your knees are bent. You're going to inhale, engage your abdominal muscles, hinge from your hip joints and a long straight back. And when you can keep coming forward, your back can begin to curl. Take the outside of your feet or your ankles, whatever you most comfortably reach, to fold over your legs. Some of you may wish to straighten your legs, but it's early in class, and if your hamstrings aren't nice and flexible, you might want to wait a little bit. Maybe you straighten just a little. Look up, bring your arms alongside your ears, and hinge back up. Bring your hands down by your side. Okay. Bring your feet to the mat, and you're going to hug your knees into your chest. And bow your head. This is the seated pose of the child. And now you're going to start to sway back from side to side. And feel your glutes waking up. And then come to center. Release your legs and send your knees to one side or the other to come in to a child's pose. Stretch your arms overhead on the mat. Your palms are pressing into the mat. You're going to lift your hips and begin to send your shoulders over your wrists. And then lengthen your legs out behind you. Walk your hands so that they're underneath your shoulders. Inhale, and on an exhale, you're going to bend your knees, send your hips back. You're not going to go all the way back to a child's pose, just halfway. And then inhale, back where you were. Push your hands into the mat. You don't want your shoulders to shrug up to your ears, so push the mat away. Engage your abdominal muscles here so that you don't sag, right? Once again, send your hips halfway back to your heels. And on an inhale, come forward again. You're going to bring your hips over your knees, walk your hands back, and come to stand on your knees. So we're going to open up our hamstrings and our quadricep muscles. The quads are in the front, the hamstrings in the back of our thigh. So you can bring your hands down to the mat to step your right leg forward. Some of you may do that with no hands. All right, look, Mom. Okay, walk your foot away. So your hips are over your supporting knee. You're gonna bring your arms up alongside your ears. Inhale, and on an exhale, slide your hips forward toward your right calf. Inhale, come back up where you started. Straighten your leg. Exhale, bend and slide. Inhale, straighten. Bring your arms back down. Bring your hands to the mat. Bring your knee back alongside the other. And then bring your left leg forward. All right. Arms up alongside your ears. Inhale, and on an exhale, slide forward. Inhale, bring your hips over your knees, straighten your left leg. Inhale, exhale, forward. Inhale, straighten your leg. One last time. Exhale, slide. Inhale, straighten. Then straighten your knee, walk it back, bring your hands down, return your knee. Bring your hands back behind you in Yoga Mudra. Relax your arms. Just let your hands be by your hips. And then you're going to begin to send your knuckles towards the mat, and your arms will start to straighten as your heart opens up. Any amount, any amount. Some of you may wish to send your knuckles farther towards the mat and open up wider, but it is not necessary. We want a back bend here, but it doesn't have to be so deep, right? And then come to a neutral spine. Release your arms. Bring your hands down to the mat. And come to table. Wrists under shoulders, right? Knees under hips. Let's loosen up our spine after that back bend a little bit with some dogs and cats. Let's start with our cat spine. So arch your spine to the sky. And then cup it towards the mat. And do that a few times on your own. And the next time you're in your cat spine, pause and come to a neutral spine. Okay, so we're going to do some balancing on our hands and knees. Send your right leg back behind you. Swivel your right foot on the mat, fan open to the right. See if you cannot line up your the arch of your right foot with the toes of your left. If that's uncomfortable, then leave it where they land. You're going to send your shoulder over your wrist. Fingers are pointing to the sky. And you're going to lift your top leg, your right leg, any amount, but not higher than hip height. So anywhere in between the mat and your hip. Then bring your hand to the mat, your knee to the mat, and we'll do that on the other side. Send your left leg back, ball of your foot on the mat, swivel it, line up, fan open. Bring your shoulder over your wrist. That's important for support. When you're in a balancing pose, you're going to lift your left leg any amount. Then bring your foot back down, bring your hand back down, bring your knees back down, come to stand on your knees and shake out your wrists. We'll do another balance here. Come back to table. Send your right leg out back behind you. And lift it up, hip high. If that's difficult, or if your leg just isn't cooperating today, then any amount is good. And then send your left arm out alongside your left ear for a more challenging balance. And we're going to hold it for a little bit. You can come out of this at any time. Bring your hand down, bring your leg down, bring both down. And now, bring your hand down, bring your knee down. It's a little bit more challenging when you have to hold it for a while, right? So send your left leg out back behind you. Lift it up hip high or anywhere in between your hip and the mat. Right arm alongside right ear. And again, if you feel you're losing your balance, bring your hand down to the mat. And just come right back. Bring your hand down, bring your knee down, come to child's pose. All right, I am going to meet you in a standing pose. So you take your time from child's pose to make your way up to stand. Right. All right, so come to your mountain. Roll your shoulders forward. Let your arms hang comfortably by your side. Bring your belly towards your spine. Engage those muscles. Crown of your head reaching upward, feet rooted. Inhale, gather that energy from the sun, bring it down to your heart. Here we go with our standing balances in terms of the sun and the moon. Inhale. Gather the energy of the sun and bring it down to your heart. Send your arms into a V shape. And remember the back bend we did earlier. You're going to do that now to wrap your whole back body against the full moon. Feel the moon cuddling behind you, bringing its curve where the curve of your spine is. And then come back to stand, to a neutral stance. Bring your hands together and down to your heart. Okay. So those are some of the moves we'll be doing in our sun salutation and our moon salutation. So our sun salutation, we will do a very gentle version of a sun salutation. So come to your mountain, to the front of your mat. You're going to sweep your arms out to the side and overhead. Bring your hands together to gather all that energy. Exhale, bend your knees deeply. Bring your hands onto your thighs, your elbows towards your waist. You're going to send your hips back behind you a little bit more. You can stay right here or send your hips back behind you a little bit more, crown of your head forward for a flat back. So wherever you are, here, if you're in a flat back or from where we started, you're going to release your hands and send them out and up as you straighten your legs. Bring your hands alongside your ears. Come onto the ball of your right foot, step it back, warrior one legs. Open up your heart, brave heart, warrior heart. Feel your victory. Send your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers, Open up your heart again. You're going to inhale and then exhale, come forward, halfway for a humble warrior. Bow your head. Push your feet into the mat and make your way up to stand in your warrior. You're going to release your hands, send your arms overhead again, a prayer. Look up at your prayer. Remember, your knee never goes forward of your ankle, your right, left knee. Bring your hands down to your heart. Step forward, bent knees, hands on your thighs. Fly out and up, push your feet into the mat to stand, and down the center line. All right, so that's our first gentle sun salutation. We're going to do that one more time on the other side. Fly out and up. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands to your thighs, elbows reaching back. Inhale and exhale to a flat back if you wish. As you release your arms up overhead, your legs straighten, arms alongside your ears, your knees are soft. Step your left leg back, warrior one. Send your arms back behind you. Interlace your fingers, that's yoga mudra. Inhale. Feel your open heart. Inhale and exhale. Come forward to show humility. Push your feet into the mat and unfold. Release your arms. Say a prayer, looking up at your prayer. Balance, harmony. Release your arms, step forward, your hands to your thighs. Bend your knees back behind you. Your hips back behind you. Fly out and up, straighten your legs and come down the center line. All right, so that is our homage to the sun. So now we will salute and honor the female side, the Mother Earth and the moon. So here we go. Step your feet apart. Your arms in a V shape. Feel the power of just standing still this way, no back bend yet. This is the 5-pointed star. So your head is one of the points. And now feel the moon rolling to your back. Open up your heart and let the moon rest in the curve of your back, the full moon. Come to a straight mountain spine. Your hands come together overhead. You'll walk your feet together. You're going to interlace your fingers, but keep your index fingers pointing upward. That is your stylus. You can separate your feet a little bit and soften your knees. And you're going to draw a half moon. You're going to draw it out in front of you. Your knees are bent, and you come down any amount to draw that half moon. Let your fingers point to the mat. On an inhale, retrace the moon, that half moon. Excellent. Keep your hands where they are. your feet come together. Inhale, exhale to the right to create a crescent moon. Let's say this is the waning moon. Inhale to center. Exhale. Again, your curve can be any amount to create a waxing moon, crescent moon. Come back to center. Release your arms. Step your feet away, step them nice and wide. Point your toes on a 45-degree angle and bend your knees any amount. You're going to send your arms straight out to the side, bend your elbows to come into a cactus shape to create the goddess. Right. And roll your hips. Goddess likes to dance. And then come to center and roll them the other way. Be careful of your knees, so if that's too much, then you stop. Release your hands, your arms. Point your toes forward. Bring your feet together. Bring your right foot forward, your left foot forward. Right foot behind you. It doesn't really matter, you just do the other side later. So I have my right leg behind. And you're going to come up to what looks like warrior one, but it's not, because you're going to send your arms directly back behind you, yoga mudra. Straighten your arms, look up at the sky, stargazer. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees, come forward over that thigh to create the quarter moon. Release your arms. Step your back foot alongside your forward foot and then widen them, heel toe them far apart so that you can fold, bend your knees, so that you can fold to expose the new moon, the dark side of the moon. Heel toe your feet a little bit together, fly out and up, and bring your hands down to your heart. All right, that's one side. Five-pointed star. Feel that shining star. This is Polaris, the North Star. Bend your knees, bring your hands together, create your stylus. And draw your half moon. Pause, and then redraw your half moon. Step your feet together. Inhale, exhale to the left for a waxing crescent moon. Inhale to center. Exhale, a waning crescent moon. Inhale to center. Release your arms. Step your feet wide apart. 45-degree angle with your feet. Make sure your knees are tracking over your feet, so it's not just, you don't want to twist your knee, right? And then bend your knees ever so slightly or a lot. Send your arms straight out to the side, cactus shape, the goddess. And now this time, the goddess will do a different dance, yeah? Bring your right hand in front of your belly. Your left arm frames your head. Inhale, exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Release your arms, bring them down to your thighs. Straighten your legs, your toes pointed forward. Heel toe your feet together. This time, your right leg is forward, your left leg back. Yoga Mudra. Straighten your right leg, your forward leg. Check out those stars. Maybe you see a comet. There's a few other planets. Release your arms, bend your knees, come forward. Oops, you shouldn't have released your arms. So bring your arms back into Yoga Mudra. Come forward for the quarter moon. Release your arms. Step your feet wide apart, away from each other for a wide-legged forward fold to expose the dark side of the moon. Heel toe your feet a little closer together, then fly out and up, and bring your hands to your heart. So creating harmony with the right side of our body and the left with the sun and the moon so that they can work together, all in the same body. All right, so we need to come down to the mat now. So make your way down slowly. And when you get down, you're going to send your legs straight out in front of you. Come back to Dandasana, the staff pose. Toes to the ceiling. Just checking that everybody's down good. Okay. Inhale, arms up overhead. You can bend your knees slightly here. Inhale, exhale. Bring your long straight back forward. Engage those abdominal muscles, protecting your lower back, and hinge forward from your hip socket to take the outside of your feet, your ankle, your calf, whatever you comfortably reach, to fold over your legs, and maybe now you can straighten them. For Paschimottanasana, the Western stretch, exposing the moon side. Bringing a little darkness to the sun, which is the front of your body, your eastern side. Look up, bring your arms alongside your ears, and hinge back up. Send your arms straight out in front of you, your palms facing each other. And you know, this is, I've been saying this all last couple of weeks, my new favorite pose. Inhale, then exhale, send your fingers past your toes maybe, or as far as you comfortably go. On an inhale, go in the opposite direction, any amount. Exhale. Inhale, like you're rowing a boat. Exhale as you go forward. Inhale as you come back, and then bring your forearms down onto the mat. Yeah. And make your way all the way down to the mat. And when you get there, bring your feet to the mat. Heel toe your feet to the edge of the mat. Send your arms straight out from your shoulders. Make a cactus shape with your arms. Another goddess. Inhale, and on an exhale, send your knees to the left and your right arm over your left arm. So you're rolling over onto your left side like you're closing a book. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to center. Bring your feet together. Your arms stay straight out from your shoulder. Inhale, and then exhale your knees to the left, one on top of the other, and look over your right shoulder for a gentle spinal twist. Inhale your knees to center. Exhale to the other side, your gaze to the other side. Bring your knees to center. Bring your arms alongside your body. Extend one leg and then the other leg to come in to Shavasana. Feel the connection of your whole back body to the earth, to Mother Earth. And feel the sun down, warming your body from above. Perfect harmony. And just relax. And if your mind begins to wander, come back to your breath and a vision of harmony. Take a deep breath and begin to reawaken your body, rolling your head from side to side. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead, back behind you, your feet in the opposite direction for a full body stretch. And then release, bring your arms up, bring your knees into your chest and hug them and roll from side to side to massage your back. Come to center, release your legs and roll over onto whichever side you prefer to come into a fetal position. And when you're ready, come up to sit. And bring your hands to your heart when you get there. And if you are not staying for meditation, have a wonderful, harmonious, and balanced day, week, month, year. All right. If you're staying for meditation, get comfortable in your seat. If you're in a chair, let your feet touch the earth. Your eyes are closed. And follow your breath. Don't change it in any way. Just notice it. Keep your focus on it. This life-giving vinyasa, breathing in and breathing out. After your next exhale, find yourself outdoors in a beautiful meadow. And it's a perfect day. And you can decide if that's a spring day or a summer day. And notice the sky, the color of the sky. And what's contained in the sky. Notice the earth, the color of the grass, and everything that's around you. Notice how nature lives in perfect harmony, in balance. And begin to walk through the meadow, noticing what's around. And then you'll stop. And you notice this bright yellow flower. And you notice how it drinks up the sun. And when a little cloud hovers above, it bathes in these gentle raindrops. And then as a breeze floats by, it shakes off the droplets. Notice how its sunlit color attracts bees and ladybugs. These heartwarming, throbbing, unlikely bedfellows. Notice. And there is no time in this place where you are, but there are sunrises and sunsets. And as many sunrises and sunsets go by, the flower withers its golden petals and wraps them in leafy armor. A cocoon, a living heartbeat. Over more sunsets and sunrises, it opens slowly to reveal its lion's head. And you bend over and pick it up, pluck it from the earth, and blow upon its wiry mane. And with a wish, breathe life, spreading its seedlings, reaching beyond the life of a single flower, spreading its beauty. Spreading your wish. And once again, you're overcome with this feeling of peace and harmony, noticing the marvels, the magic of nature, how everything around you lives as one single unit, and that you are part of it. And you return to that feeling of peace and harmony. And let it fill your heart. Let it fill your whole body. Connecting you deeper with the beauty of the earth. Listen to your heartbeat. The harmony of your inner workings. And then bring your hands to your heart. Let your thumbs come against your heartbeat. And very slowly lift your head and begin to open your eyes. And thank you all so much for being with me.